My first employer was a Filipino. He was a head chef here. He knows how hardworking Filipinos are. He gave me a chance to exceed my limitations. He asked me if I can be his apprentice, and I accepted it. And from being a dishwasher, he promoted me to become a line cook, which is really nice. And now I can pay for my own education or support my own education, right?
Do you know that Canada's international student population has tripled over the past decade to 642,000 in 2019? They actually ranked number 3 globally in foreign student attraction. Canada is home away from home for international students. The country is committed to welcoming and supporting international students from around the world. So today I invited 2 international students from Selkirk College, so let's listen to their story as they explore their opportunities here in Canada.
So I was a second year nursing student back home in the Philippines and under the Far Eastern University program. But now I am taking the same degree, the Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Canada Selkirk College and University of Victoria.
I'm a postgraduate business management diploma. So I used to have a bachelor degree in Vietnam, and I came here to study how it look like doing a business in a Canadian setting. Yeah, the program is actually really good. They teach you what it's like doing a business here, what is the law enforcement, legal requirement, what is it like working with Canadian financial institutions, something like that. So it's very practical, and you get to do a lot of real stuff. So I have my friends who studying under accounting stream. So they opted to take co-op for 2 or 3 semesters and ended up having formal employment right after graduation with the same company. So that's good, but they chose to do it. So the school will not force you that, you have to do co-op in order to graduate. But if you want to, and I recommend people to do it because it gives you a Canadian experience, it's easier for you to get a job after graduate.
What are the differences between studying back home compared here in Canada?
The only difference is it's all human body, right?
Yeah.
And procedures is almost the same. We are westernized back home in the Philippines too. The education system is based on Potter and Perry or Lewis textbooks. So basically the only difference is how Canada implement the universal healthcare laws. After you graduate, you can be a gerontology nursing professional. That's only for 2 years, and you'll get your diploma already. You can earn a lot of money, actually.
I know, right?
Moving to another country sounds exciting. However, for international students, they're also facing various challenges. This could be language barrier, discrimination, or even adjusting to a new weather.
I think that the 3 major challenges being a student at Selkirk, first one is transportation. It's very hard with the transportation system in Casagora Nelson. If you don't have a car, then it's a lot of limit and restriction. People are working to improve it, but in my time, it's not that bad, not that good. The second thing is accommodation. I don't know, James, about you because you have your parents here, but but lots of people looking for accommodation.
Lucky guy.
That's right.
Casca and Nelson, the Kootenay is a small rural area. We don't have lots of accommodation like in bigger cities. But I'm lucky. So I'm lucky I found a really good place with my friends with an affordable price. And the third one, I think about the weather. I don't know about you, James, but when I first came here, I came from a tropical country where I can see a lot of the ocean.
I want to tell you guys that if you're going to go here in Canada, pick a car that's 4-wheel drive and make sure that it's good for winter.
Yeah.
Most important thing as a student here, you have to have a reliable transportation means. language barrier and culture barrier. I thought that I'm gonna do really, really well since I can speak English a little bit okay compared to my peers back home in the Philippines. But then it's true when they say that you have to experience what it's like to know what it's like.
Mm.
You have to experience everything because there are such thing as street jargons that you have to know too, right?
That most of the time they hang out with the people coming from the same country, speaking their own
Oh,
language.
yes.
But if you speak with a Canadian and they talk about camping, hiking, or skiing and stuff, if you've never done that before, then you feel like you're an outsider. But once you get to know it, it's actually really cool. I never skied in my whole life, but now I can talk about backcountry skiing
Yeah, yeah.
because I
That's
can
right.
talk to my friends. And then
That's
people say,
awesome.
"Oh, have you ever skied?" I was like, "No, I just talk about skiing because I heard people."
Don't you know that in 2016 there's 250 different ethnic backgrounds and ancestries present in Canada, and the Canadian people are actually recognizing that there's still racism and discrimination present in our present-day society, and they're their best, especially Selkirk College, to accommodate the interests of different culture and ethnic backgrounds of the students and try their best to do something to make them feel like, oh, this is a home away from home, right?
Generally in the Kootenay, I feel like people having more bonding and more connection like in a bigger city, probably because we're small, we talk to each other, and then
Yeah.
like I feel like more people here connected, like James. I actually know James through Kerwin, who is my Filipino friend, but we're actually very friendly together. We're not like a stranger. I don't know if you're in Vancouver or a bigger city, you may just passing by a regular Asian and you don't even know who that is because
That's
it's so big.
Yeah.
But I'm sure next time I see James and Nelson, I'll say, "Hey, James!"
Hey, how are you doing?
According to Work BC, the top industries for these regions are healthcare and social assistance, retail trade, accommodation and food services, businesses, and building and other support services.
But
Yeah, I would say that for James, for people studying nursing or hospitality, I don't think it's a problem because those are two main industry in the Kootenay.
Mhm.
They're like dying for people, right, James?
that's right. They're like, you have extra time? Come on, work for me. And they're like, okay, I'll pay you, even twice.
Yeah, they pay you
Like your own
high.
wage. Yeah.
Yeah, for business holding diploma people, it's a little bit more challenging. It took me 4 months to find my first part-time job, and it was just a restaurant, like a fast food restaurant.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but then that time I was looking for work during winter time, which is not ideal.
Mhm.
If you started somewhere like in May or April, that would be easier. But then I transitioned to an internship with the research center of Selkirk College,
Mhm.
and then that's good. So it's challenging in the beginning for sure. I know that lots of my Filipino students, they already being a nurse. In Philippines, they come here to studying either business or nursing, and then they get a job right immediately. And then people actually pay you high to get you to work more for them because we lack of a lot of skilled people in nursing, healthcare, and hospitality in this region.
So basically, tourism is the big shot here.
Mhm.
Even in the winter times, you get a whitewater skiing resort. Students would choose either being a cook, tour guides, or healthcare professionals. Like the population of Nelson, Trail, and Castlegar are mostly
As an
composed of
international
elderly people.
student, what
And
is
we have
the
lots
day
of
in the life look
long-term
like?
care facilities.
Used to stay in school until 6 p.m. maximum because that was the latest bus. I had no other choice. I live off campus, so if people live in the resident, they can stay in school as long as they want to because resident is just like a few miles away. and you can technically walk there, but I live off campus, so I have to follow the bus schedule. Most of the time I study at home or in the library during the daytime. I usually work in the weekend though. There's a lot of activity and events before the pandemic. It's on campus and you can enjoy it. I love the free food part. That's one of the main reasons why I'm going to Los Angeles.
The importance of the saying, "No man is an island," has been proven by many international students here in Canada. In fact, most of them have succeeded in their career because of the networking channels that they have created over time.
I'm staying in the West Kootenay because I got
You
a
like
job.
you like
I
it
got a
there.
job. Yeah. I got a lot of connection here. I got a good job here. So yeah, I plan to stay here, not for forever, but at least until I got my permanent residency, and maybe the employer I'm working with maybe support me with my master's degree as well.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So that's my plan for now. My experience as a student is good. I have no complaint at all.
Well, here in Nelson, we have a big Filipino community.
Oh, that's good.
That's right. And in fact, in terms of your employment, my first employer was a Filipino. He was a head chef here. He knows how hardworking Filipinos are. He gave me a chance to exceed my limitations. Like, he asked me if I can be his apprentice, and I accepted it. And from being a dishwasher, he promoted me to become a line cook, which is nice. And now I can pay for my own education or support my own education, right?